9 Morning News.
Topping national headlines this morning, authorities in Nevada are investigating a death at the site of the Burning Man Festival. Local authorities there say the death happened during the event, but details are limited at this time. This, while flooding from storms sweeping through the Nevada desert has forced many attendees to shelter in place. Roughly 80,000 people attend the week-long Burning Man Festival each year. Currently, organizers are not allowing vehicles to access the festival, and festival goers have been urged to conserve water, food, and other supplies. And the people currently sheltering in place among those tens of thousands of people includes the local fire performing group Northern Fire Dynamic. They're out of Minneapolis. They have posted to Facebook that they are safe. With more rain expected, no driving is allowed for about 36 hours. And while they won't be performing, their spirits are up and they are trying to make the best of it. We had part of this group on the Fox 9 Morning News just a few Sundays ago. And just a few minutes ago, we had a chance to talk with one of the longtime members of Northern Fire Dynamic, Dave Pernera, about the challenging situation for his fellow fire performers. Well, Dave, thank you for talking with us. I want to make it clear, just so our viewers know, you are not in Nevada, but you have spoken to some of your group members who are there. What have they told you about the situation at this point?
So they told me it's really wet, obviously, but they're all doing fine. Their spirits are still pretty high. Burners really take care of themselves. They take care of each other. It's a really good community, so I think everybody is doing pretty well right now. We'll see what happens in another day or when they're actually able to leave, because that's one thing they're not sure about, is when they're actually going to be able to leave the burn, because as you can see, it's a sloppy mess right now.
Yeah, and remind us, because we know there's tens of thousands of people that are out there for this event. How many people from the Northern Dynamic group are there from Minnesota?
I think there are 38 that are there.
Okay, and when did they arrive and when were they supposed to leave?
So they arrived usually on Sundays when they arrived. The gates open at midnight on Sunday. So they arrived then, and some people would leave today. Most people would leave tomorrow. The event runs until tomorrow, but some people leave today just to get out a little bit early because there's a really big line to leave. Mm-hmm. Even without this weather, there could be a 12-hour wait just to get out of the event itself.
Wow, and that's in a good situation. Talk a bit about the logistics, because you've been out there before, not right now, but when the authorities are telling them to do things like conserve supplies and food and water, and you have people from the group there that have already been there a week, have you spoken to them about that? Are they doing good in regards to those supplies?
Yeah, they're doing good. You prepare. I mean, it's something where it's a difficult situation to be out there to begin with, because you never know what the weather's going to throw at you. So you prepare. You have plenty of food. You have plenty of water. And like I was saying too, if anything ever happens, I mean, I'm sure neighbors are checking on neighbors, seeing if if we have extra food, do you need something? Do you need some water? Do you need a Band-Aid or something? People are looking out for each other, but I'm sure they're more than fine. When I spoke to them yesterday, they seem like everybody's in really high spirits.
Yeah, that's very good to hear. I know they're disappointed they weren't able to do their performance, because remind people about the group, Northern Fire Dynamic. They're based out of Powderhorn Park and have spent months practicing for this, fundraising for this event. So this is a very big deal, and I'm sure a lot of disappointment.
Right, and they started rehearsing in March, so that's it's a long time to rehearse. And they do 2 public performances. One is where they record the video that then they submit to the Burning Man Fire Conclave, and that's where they are decided if they're accepted to actually perform at Burning Man. And then after that, once they're accepted, then they'll do another public performance at Powderhorn just a couple weeks before Burning Man happens, so that way they can still be fresh, and so when they go out and perform at the burn, that they're ready to go.
Right.
But yeah, it's a big disappointment. The years I've been out there, we've performed every year. There's one year that it was postponed a bit. We were out there ready to go, and then it kind of started raining a little bit, so we all basically just huddled in a pile because it was cold. and it was delayed maybe a couple of hours, but then we still were able to perform.
Yeah, the weather throwing another curveball. All right, Dave Freda with Northern Fire Dynamic here in Minnesota. We look forward to the rest of your group getting back home with you safely as well. Thank you.
Cool, thank you.